The story begins with a quiet sense of foreboding. Elijah, the prophet who had called down fire from heaven and stood against kings, knew his time on earth was drawing to a close. But unlike other men, his departure would not be ordinary. The scriptures say God himself had appointed a different kind of exit. On that final day, Elijah and his young successor, Elisha, walked together. From Gilgal to Bethel, from Bethel to Jericho, then onward to the Jordan River, Elijah kept testing Elisha, "Stay here, for the Lord has sent me onward." But Elisha would not leave him. He clung to his mentor, saying, "As surely as the Lord lives, I will not leave you." At each town, prophets whispered, "Do you know that today the Lord will take your master away?" Elisha knew, but his silence revealed a mix of grief and awe. Something extraordinary was about to happen. When they reached the Jordan, Elijah rolled up his cloak and struck the water. To Elisha's amazement, the river parted in two, and the two men crossed on dry ground, just as Moses had done at the Red Sea, and Joshua at the Jordan centuries before. It was as though Elijah's life was closing in echoes of Israel's greatest miracles. Then came Elijah's final words, "Tell me, what can I do for you before I am taken from you?" Elisha's request was bold, "Let me inherit a double portion of your spirit." Elijah smiled. "You have asked a hard thing. Yet, if you see me when I am taken, it will be yours." And then, it happened. Suddenly, from the skies came a chariot of fire, pulled by horses of flame. With a roar and blaze, it separated Elijah from Elisha. And before his eyes, Elijah was lifted upward in a whirlwind, swept away into heaven without tasting death. Elisha tore his clothes in grief, but then picked up Elijah's fallen cloak, the symbol of prophetic authority. When he struck the Jordan with it, the waters parted once again. The spirit of Elijah now rested on him. The mystery begins here. What exactly was this fiery chariot? Was it a vision of God's glory, a heavenly transport, or something beyond human understanding? Whatever it was, Elijah became one of only two men in Scripture, along with Enoch, who never died, but were taken directly into God's presence.